All right, everybody, welcome to Teaching Crypto. This is AD Crypto here with you live on a Wednesday evening. I want to talk about Voyager and what happened today in court. I also want to discuss BTC in the short term with some news from Tether that could be positive, that could maybe change a little bit the outlook on BTC. I haven't been that optimistic about May and June, but maybe this news might change things. We will see. First thing about Voyager. So the good news first is the judge did approve the plan, right? No major crazy challenges came through. However, the one thing I did not love, couple things. First of all, there have been no exact dates given. Now, the UCC did tweet afterwards, and I'll talk about those tweets, but I was hoping for actual dates today, right? Because they've had time now, right? And the other thing I did not like is the tokens themselves, the unsecured tokens and the ones that are not transferred, the ones that have to liquidate, they have not done so yet. And I would like to see that done as soon as possible because the market is very hard to predict, especially, in a bear market, right? Yes, crypto, Ricky. I'm going to talk about June 1st in just a second. So let me talk about what the UCC said. And they said at today's hearings, the court approved the liquidation process procedures. We are working with Voyager to go effective under the plan as soon as possible. Now, they say as early as this Friday. So that to me means that they would then liquidate those tokens that they have to give back as USDC as early as Friday. It's Wednesday. So that would be good news, right? Then they go on to say, after the plan becomes effective, the committee will be dissolved and the plan administrator will take control of the wind down debtor. Okay, so you should get to know this plan administrator very well, and we'll try to talk to him. Me and Mr. Foam will try to get a hold of him and see if he talks to us. But he's going to become a very important person here. And then it continues. We are still working towards initial distributions available no later than June 1st. We'll provide additional updates as they are available. Okay, good that you're sticking to June 1st, but I was hoping for some actual dates. What about May 24th or May 25th or May 26th or May 27th? That would be nice to us to actually know when this is happening. Okay. So not the end of the world today, but not enough for me. In the 35.7, 35.6, 35.8, whatever it is in that ballpark, obviously sucks. Okay. We did also learn that the Alameda FTX mediation will take place starting in about 2 days. So kind of around what we thought. Like I said before, the court date is June 27. That is the pretrial date. So that means if there was a trial, it would start sometime in late July. Who knows how long that would drag out? You got over $450 million up for grabs there. So a lot of money. And we will just have to wait and see, right? No guarantees, but it's a lot of creditor refund. Remember, for every $20 million, you get 1% back as time goes on. They've also not liquidated VGX. I don't know what they're waiting for. The chances of someone buying the smart contract is just very minimal at this point. As the SEC said, it might be a security. It's going to scare off people spending money on it, right? They're all going to try to sell the platform, all the technology that goes with it, but I'm not too optimistic that's going to bring back a ton of money. Like, you got to get to 20 million just to get 1% back, right? Can they even get to 10? As far as clawbacks go, we are still in the dark. So what I would love is for this new site administrator whenever he takes over. So if the plan goes into effect Friday and funds are returned next week, very optimistic timeline. But let's say it does happen, I would like the plan the guy running this plan now, okay, the plan administrator to be a better communicator than the UCC was. That would be my hope, and let's try to hold him to that on this program. So overall today, I would say it was kind of a mixed bag. Overall positive, no crazy delays, but I was hoping for some dates. And the Friday drop on the tweet is interesting about, to me, that kind of constitutes that they could liquidate as early as between now and the next 48 hours, which would be good. And if they do that, and the app is available no later than June 1st, right? If that's the worst case scenario, what is best case? Is it a week from Friday? Maybe. Is it earlier than that? Okay. Yeah, some people are getting emails to liquidate. So if you went over to Binance and you bought crypto before they put your Voyager crypto in there and you are not a Binance customer before, technically you've got to liquidate or get your crypto off. It's kind of crazy. Now, remember with Voyager here, let's hope they stick to this June 1st. You're going to have to transfer out, right? You're not going to be able to sell and send it to your bank like the old days. So definitely have a plan in place. I want to talk about Bitcoin. I think this is really important. So something interesting happened today, and I did comment on Twitter, and this could be a really good thing. Tether announced starting this month, Tether will regularly allocate up to 15% of its net realized operating profits towards purchasing Bitcoin. Um, so they're really trying to invest heavily in Bitcoin. Now, do you guys remember who tried to do this before? The Luna Foundation. That's right. And how did that end up? Not so swell. However, let's give Tether some credit as far as frontlining BTC. This is a good thing. The $1 million question or $1 billion question is this sustainable? Can they continually to put in 15% profit in BTC? If they can, that will really help accelerate, in my opinion, the beginning of the next bull run. And that'll kind of keep BTC from going back to 20K over the next couple months. Heck, it might even push us further than we really thought. Some people are calling for a 32K BTC over the next couple weeks. I'm not quite there, but I will say this. I've always remained consistent. I do think BTC will hit 40K. So if you're not in Bitcoin, not financial advice, or not heavily in Bitcoin, and instead are in the alts, you want to possibly rethink about that, because I think there's going to be some time still to get into the alts. I think it's early still to be in them, quite frankly. I know if you're stuck in Voyager, you don't really have a lot of flexibility because your funds are frozen. But otherwise, if you have other areas, not financial advice, I think Bitcoin would be a good thing to get into, because I do anticipate over the next 2 to 3 months a nice little move. And I do anticipate by September, October, we're looking at around 40K BTC. Maybe it takes till November, and maybe there's a small pullback in December, and then I think you're going to see things fly late winter, early spring next year would be my absolute guess. So it's something to take notice of. I didn't mention this in the promo, but I would also look at Litecoin. You say Litecoin? What Litecoin? You haven't mentioned that token in forever. They are having a halving soon in the next couple months. And so with crypto, sometimes you gotta uh, take advantage of the news. So what I expect is, I do expect that Litecoin might have a bit of a little run. Nothing crazy, it's not going to 2 or 3x, but I would expect before it's having, it could generate some profits for people. And some people in the chat are saying, not no 40K BTC. Here's the thing about the 40K BTC. To get the 40K, you don't need a ton of retail. Now, once you get to 50 and higher, it's a different story. But to get to 40K, there could be some whales and a lot of manipulation that can move it up. And if you get to the high 30s, you are going to start seeing some FOMO. And that's why my 40K prediction, maybe it doesn't happen. I'm not guaranteeing it. There's no guarantees in life. We've seen over the last few years with crypto. But I do think 40K is a distinct possibility. I don't think it's going to happen soon. But before 2024, I do expect to see a 40K BTC. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be here. I've been wrong before. I'll admit it. I'm not going to call for 50, 60, 70K like some people. By the way, forgot to say this. If you have not done so, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We are really aiming for that 500 number, and then we're going to try to aim for 1,000 next. So if you have not subscribed, we would greatly appreciate you doing it. That are new or already into crypto, or even considering, or maybe even they don't know about crypto. Give them this link and see if they're interested, because we plan to expand the show and make it bigger and better. So a couple things. Voyager, they're still setting that date right now on June 1st as the deadline date. The looks like the selling of the tokens that are left could happen as soon as Friday, minus VGX. 35 to 36%, a little under 36% is generally the number we're looking at. And it could happen. I'm not saying it will, but if they, it could happen as late as next Friday, maybe the week after, but definitely by June 1st, hopefully. And then Alameda FTX mediation starts, looks like this Friday. Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll follow that very carefully. And then Bitcoin, looks like there's some positive momentum. The news of Tether buying it, is it sustainable? We'll have to see. and you want to pay attention to Litecoin over the next couple months for sure. Like I said, I don't expect a 3 or 4 crazy 5x, but some profits, not financial advice, might be up for grabs in a fairly stable, safe way. It's blue blood. So if when a blue blood is about to have a halving, you want to pay attention. Well, this is AZ Crypto saying thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate everyone that came in. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll keep the content rolling. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.